Was the start of the point-in-time count. It's a snapshot of the number of homeless people in a county on any given night. The count is a federal requirement for all cities receiving funding from the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, or commonly known as HUD.
Now, our Spencer Schott spoke with folks who are leading this year's point-in-time count. And Spencer, what's the goal of the count?
Well, this is actually the second time PSU is leading the point-in-time count for the Tri-County areas, but the goal is to get a sense of how many homeless individuals are staying in the Portland area and to see if any of the efforts these counties are putting forward to combat the homeless crisis are having any impact. It's a sight many people have grown accustomed to. Tents along the highways, people sleeping on the sidewalks, encampments popping up around Portland. But how many homeless people are there?
The goal is not to have a precise number. We're never going to have that. And so we inherently have an undercount. It's not a year-long service record. It is simply that one night.
Even getting a ballpark is helpful. That's why hundreds of outreach workers, service providers, and volunteers are going across Multnomah, Clackamas, and Washington counties this week, asking people where they slept on the night of Wednesday, January 22nd. HUD requires certain questions to be asked in an effort to not only track the number of homeless people, but to identify trends.
We are expecting that we will see fewer people in the unsheltered count. And that is in part because there is more shelter beds open and people are hiding more.
In the last year, there has been a 32% increase in shelter beds across the state. Multnomah County added the most with nearly 700 new beds. And Washington County nearly doubled their bed count from last year by adding nearly 400. But under PSU's guidance, these volunteers are asking more questions than required.
For the first time in a while, all three counties will be asking whether people are fleeing domestic violence as a reason for their homelessness and whether or not they're currently experiencing domestic violence, intimate partner violence, stalking, or human trafficking.
They're also adding the questions, when was the last time you went to a shelter? And what would have helped you stay in housing to try to get to the root cause of homelessness? But participating in this survey is completely voluntary, so Dr. Zapata is grateful for the sunny weather we had on Thursday.
My hope this week would be that a lot of people are willing to talk to us and that we are able to actually demonstrate that homelessness has gone down.
Now, the point-in-time count will continue through Wednesday of next week, and until the point-in-time count is over, all agencies in the Tri-County area have agreed to not do any sweeps or clearing out of homeless camps while this count is going on. Reporting in downtown Portland, Spencer Schott, Fox 12 Oregon.